So yesterday YouTube started their age verification, and since I, along with plenty of other people, don't actually want to verify our ages, but we don't want to move off platform because it's a pretty solid platform and there's just so much content on here. A lot of people think we just have to deal with it, but I don't think so. There's actually a couple things that I genuinely think we can do that will make a difference if enough people do it. There's also in general just enough ways where people can prevent getting ID'd to where I think it's worth sharing. So let's start with that. Now the first way you can prevent getting ID'd is if you go onto YouTube. I'm not sure if everyone has this, but I certainly do. If I scroll down, I see a breaking news category, and then you could just click on one of the short videos and like go take a piss while it plays or something. I'm sure they don't have news videos on their radar because kids like generally don't watch the news. That's very true. That's also why I'm playing CSGO right now, because CSGO is actually rated M, so I kind of doubt it's marked as like a kid's game or like a kid's video. Although like game ratings don't really mean anything anymore. They used to, but not anymore. But I genuinely think if you watch like one of these news videos a day, like just a 3-minute video, and you go to the bathroom or something and just cut it on and walk away, I don't think you'll get marked as a kid. And then you can watch all of the video games and children's content you want. And I'm personally going to be doing this because I watch a lot of stuff about game design, and I think that'll get marked as kids content. And I'm genuinely concerned that while watching videos on like all of the schlep band drama and stuff, that I'm going to get marked as a kid, so I'm definitely doing this. The next thing that you've probably already done, which hopefully does have an effect, is just making sure that your birthday on your Google account is set to over 18. It takes like 2 seconds, and I imagine it's one of the first things the AI looks at. The final way to not get asked for verification is just use a VPN. From everything I've read, the AI age verification is only in the US right now because it's just being tested. So that means if you use a VPN and just switch to a different country, it shouldn't moderate you. I mean, it just makes no sense that we have age verification because like, why the fuck have YouTube kids then? But I guess that brings us into the next section where we can start talking about Now, there's not really many ways you can go about boycotting such a big company that really doesn't care, but I think the best way you can go about it is definitely using ad blockers. Now, the problem with ad blockers, though, is that YouTube has been fighting a war on them for like the longest time, and about a year ago, they made them almost impossible to use until a bunch of them started getting through this too. Now, I use the one that's on Opera because it works decently. It doesn't get rid of every single ad, but it gets rid of a good majority of them, and if I ever get a notification saying that I have to turn off my ad block to use the page, you just keep the ad block on and reload, and usually it'll just skip the ads. But if you want something that's a lot more consistent and works better, you should definitely go check out NordVPN because they have an ad block that I believe skips every single ad and doesn't have problems with their ad block prevention. And I think it's the same with Surfshark, but don't quote me on that because I have seen people say they've had problems with it to where they do have to do the thing where they reload the page and stuff. But those are both paid, and I would definitely suggest just using a free one and a paid one if you already have the service. Now, I would recommend things like Total Ad Block. I couldn't access their website. I'm not sure if they had like something happen or if it got taken down, but I just literally couldn't find a way to access the website and download it, at least legitimately. So I think Opera at least has the best free one that's considerably safe to use. And I've been using it for a couple of days and I really haven't had any problems. You get like the occasional warning about not being allowed to use ad blocks, and then you just have to click refresh page or just go to the top of the screen and refresh page. I've noticed that actually works with like almost 100% certainty, and then the ads are just skipped. It's still quicker than watching the ads. But yeah, I just kind of hate that we're gonna have to verify our age because I am 18, but I shouldn't have to prove it because I watch a lot of Minecraft videos. Anyways, sub to this channel, check out my main, and I'll see you on the next one.